Hello, I'm Stan Kotke, Vice President of Electric Power Systems at Collins Aerospace here in Rockford. At Collins, our mission is to redefine aerospace. We want to revolutionize the way you think about air travel. To do that, we need smart, collaborative people who can imagine a different world than we know today. That is why we're thrilled to be a sponsor for this year's Remarkable Women campaign. We know from experience that it takes people with different styles and perspectives to design a future the rest of us just can't see yet. We also know that bringing talented women into our organization is critical to building a culture where we can turn our ideas into reality. And I'm proud to highlight just a few of the programs and benefits that make Collins a great place for both women and men, not only to grow their career, but also to feel supported and appreciated. We also have a strong community of employee resource groups here in Rockford and across all of Collins. Groups such as our Women in Aerospace and the Finance Women's Forum help employees connect, network, and learn. We also recently launched a reverse mentoring experience where women mentor male senior leaders in an effort to share experiences, broaden worldviews, and create opportunities to learn. This Women's Day, we recognize the hard work and sacrifice women have made and continue to make in the workplace. In ways both large and small, women make Collins more successful and a better place to work. We're committed to do whatever we can to be a company where remarkable women want to work.
Welcome back to Good Day State Line. You just saw Stan from Collins Aerospace sharing how important supporting women is to the Collins team. Now we have Tanya, one of those incredible women who's part of Collins Aerospace, joining us. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
We want to start with tell us what you do and how you got there.
Well, I am the quality director at Electric Power Systems. I started, it's been like 23 years. Wow. It's hard to imagine how time has flown. But I actually started in the material science and engineering organization as a chemist, and then got an opportunity to manage the laboratory. Through some opportunities to kind of grow in my career and some of the talent development that they offer, I had, an opportunity to go into Electric Power Systems and do some things on the business side, which was a huge leap of faith for me, because I went from, my chemistry niche of technology to kind of more of what was driving the business. And so there was a big decision for me to make, but I was program quality for a while, program management on F-35, and then got to lead the quality organization, which is where I'm at today.
Okay, so when you were a little girl, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I was pretty set on STEM when I was young. I mean, I knew that at a fairly early age, just curiosity of like, how do things work, and what do we, how do you design things, and what's behind all of it. And so, I was one of those kids who asked for microscopes,
cool.
As like, as things that, when you asked for presents. And
sure.
So it was one of those, opportunities that I realized I wanted to dig into at a pretty young age.
When you know, I asked for microphones.
Yeah, yeah, well, see,
so I know.
There you go, right?
So things have changed, though, in 23-ish years.
Yeah.
How do you feel now as a woman working in 2021 as when you started with women in the industry?
I think it's fantastic. When I joined the Material Science and Engineering group back 23 years ago, I was one of 2 women in that entire team. And so it wasn't unusual for me to be in a male-dominated world, right? And I had that in my chemistry degree as well.
Sure.
But things are definitely changing. I see more and more women in the workforce, especially kind of growing in advanced careers, and so it's been a phenomenal transition.
And why do you think this is so important for more women to take the initiative to do what you do?
I think that having diversity, right, in aerospace, in engineering, in STEM in general is super, super important. It's at the core value of our organization. And so, bringing that and having that female representation just gives better perspectives, more perspectives on what it is that we need to go do to solve problems. If everyone were exactly the same and it was just a bunch of men sitting in a room, you might not have that female perspective that could drive some phenomenal opportunities.
All right, so for those little girls who are asking for microscopes for Christmas for their birthdays, what advice do you have for them? Because they might be looking up thinking, okay, I only see Tanya doing this, no one else. What advice do you have?
I think it's a great question. Going out there and understanding STEM is everywhere. It's more than just aerospace. We wouldn't have a lot of the modern technologies if it wasn't for individuals roles in STEM. You know, there's medicine, there's space exploration. So I just say be curious. Get out there and figure out what's out there. Go to, you know, different groups and organizations, after-school organizations. Don't be afraid to, you know, maybe go visit different locations when those opportunities are offered.
Well, it was so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You are a great person to have on for International Women's Month. We really appreciate meeting you this morning.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Good Day State Line, we are talking about women empowering women with Emily Vavra. And later, another Next Star Remarkable Woman finalist is joining us here in the studio. We'll be right back.